Hey guys, Biscuit with another video. So today I'm doing 5 tips for Fortnite for Season 5, considering a new strategy has come in the game, which is the SMG strategy, or meta, whatever you want to call it. So today I'm going to go over how to pretty much make it a little bit easier for you to deal with this if you're getting really annoyed with it. Because considering this weapon does 216 damage and 204 damage with a gray and 216 damage with an uncommon or green, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, the scratch videos that you guys have wanted are gonna come tomorrow. So anyway, getting straight into it, this is 6 tips that you'll probably want to use in Season 5. So anyway, to start things off, a recent patch came out, which a lot of people didn't know about, which was a buff to materials. So every material here, every wall and stair used to start with an HP of 80, and now they buffed that. So wood starts at 90, brick starts at 100, and metal starts at 110. So anyway, which is quite helpful to conquering SMGs. And the health of wood is 150, and then 300, and then 500 for metal. So anyway, what I want to show you is how fast SMGs can shred through wood. Let's try it. That was around a second, in my opinion. Now let's try brick. About 3 seconds. Now let's try metal, which is very good against fighting a person with an SMG. A whole entire clip. That's how much it takes to destroy metal. Which, if you think about it, is quite helpful against SMGs. So anyway, what I'm gonna tell you about today is that just do a little bit of extra farming and farm up that metal, because it is so helpful when it comes to the SMGs and hopefully combating the SMGs if you're getting really annoyed with them. Even though it takes a little longer to build, it does start at 110, which is more than any other material here, and it has 500 health. So anyway, for my first tip, this is going to be use metal. Use metal more, just because it is such a strong material and it helps so much. And anyway, due to the recent shotgun nerfs, double pump has been removed, making the SMG more powerful. So anyway, for my second tip, we have crouching and shooting. I know you guys have probably heard this one before, but I can't stress how important this strategy is. It is so important. First of all, it makes it harder to hit headshots, like very difficult to hit headshots on you, and you're more accurate while crouching. So let me just show you an example. So all you do is keep spamming the crouch and uncrouch button like this, so your head keeps moving, and also strafe left and right like this while shooting, just like this. And it makes you much harder target to hit, plus you are more accurate. So let me just show you here. I'm gonna build this, and I'm gonna be so much more accurate than I usually am with not crouching and shooting. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what it's like when crouching and shooting. So here's an example right here. Like this, and you see I moved left and right a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot. But anyway, next tip, we're gonna get into a little bit more of the complicated stuff, but not that complicated. It is switching your pyramid to a down ramp, and I can't stress how helpful this is. Just do this and you have a down ramp. So let me show you what you can do with this. Sorry for when shooting and crouching, for me kind of missing there. That was a horrible example. So let me just go like this. And see, like, if someone's shooting this down, I'd take fall damage. But since I have my ramp, I can just go like this. Just like this, straight down. And it helps a lot, but to extend this, it takes a little bit more mats. You can do double down ramps so someone can't shoot you. And when you get to the bottom, place 2 in front of you like this so you have a barrier in case someone just decides to shoot you down. And while they're shooting it down, you can make a whole base sort of thing like this and then like blast them like that. And it's very useful, and I find it helps a lot towards the end of a game. Only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people will start shooting your base down and you don't necessarily build huge bases to the end. And yeah, it just helps a lot and makes for it saves a lot of deaths and fall damage. So anyway, getting on to my next tip is using less materials to build 1x1s. So most people think that to build a 1x1, you have to go like this, and then place a wall, and then a floor right here, and then put up. But if you didn't know, you don't have to do that. See? You just have to go to the top of each floor, the top of each stair, and then put another one down. And as you can tell, I don't have to place that floor anymore, which is quite beneficial in a lot of ways, and it saves you a lot of time and materials. So anyway, I'm gonna get down back here. La la la. And anyway, now I'm gonna show you the best way to ramp rush. First of all, I don't want to see any people ramp rushing like this, where they don't even put any supports on it. This is so horrible, because with an SMG, you can just go like this. And bang, the whole thing fell. But also, this isn't the best either. Ramping up and placing a wall in front of it, it's not the best thing either. Only reason is because if the player's smart, they don't need to shoot these 2 down. They just need to shoot this 1 down, and every single bit of it's gone. But the ramp rush I do suggest using is the double ramp rush. Just like this. Just stand kind of in the middle and just look over to each side. And it's really helpful, in my opinion, because there's no way that they can shoot one of these down and it'll break the whole thing. See, I have to shoot both. And if you're using metal, it's overpowered. But also, I don't think there's a need to do the thing where you go double ramp rush with 2 walls on each side, only because it seems a little too extra. And it takes a lot of materials. Like to build one of them, it's 40 wood, metal, or brick, which is insane to the other ones that are like 20. But going on to my next tip, this is a lot, in a way, it fakes out a lot of opponents and you'll get some free kills from it. It is this. So let's say it looks like I'm building up to do a launch pad. But what you want to do is right here, you want to place a trap, if you have one, instead of the launch pad. And some people will come up here and be like, la 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 la, and then step right on it. And then if you have a launch pad, you can just place it, of course, right here, or whatever. I don't have a launch pad. But anyway, I was thinking of giving you guys this one where you can place this right here, and you can put like a trap under this. You used to be able to do that, but as you can tell now, it doesn't work. It used to work where you could easily trap someone through here. I was gonna do that, but considering it doesn't work, I don't want to give you guys false information. Another tip is if something's getting shot down and you have a porta fort, use it, because watch what happens. So I can be like, anyway, that was a horrible example, but you know what I mean. I've done this before. Someone was shooting down my thing when I was about to launch pad, and simply all I needed to do was I placed a porta fort and I bounced on those tires. It is so helpful. Sometimes it helps to put down the porta fort first and then jump so you know where the tires are at least gonna spawn. just like this. See? And it makes for so much less deaths, and it, in my opinion, is so helpful. So anyway, another tip I have, which is probably going to be my final tip, is how to approach rushing buildings, like rushing structures that, like let's say someone built a huge 1x1. I have a tip on how to rush that. So what you want to do is of course do your double ramp rush, like usual. But then what you want to do is you think, let's say the 1x1s are here, and then I drop in and shoot them. But what you actually want to do is, I'll show you an example right here. Let's say I accidentally place a wall right here. I can actually, that was horrible. Sorry, this is such a low quality video. But anyway, what you can do here is look up to the sky and place a ramp down, and it will go right over them. And you can edit your stairs and be like, ah, and then get the drop on them like that. So anyway, those were my tips. Just comment down below what you thought. Make sure to like and subscribe. And anyway, on that note, guys, bye!